The Brandon Peters Show may contain explicit language and detailed plot points. For more information on the show, stay tuned to the end of the episode. And now, here's Brandon.
Welcome back to the Brandon Peters Show. And this is still the series we are calling
The Summer of 82 at 40.
And this is the Summer of 82 at 40 music video series where we will take a look at one of the music videos from the Casey Kasem Top 10 that we talked about on the previous episode of the week. Hopping in here today to kick this portion off from the Bob and Tom Show and our very own MC on the Brandon Peters Show, Jessica Alsman.
Hello. I'm ready to rock.
Oh,
Brandon. I don't know what people did back in 82. Did they do the horns?
Dio was around. That started in the 70s.
Although the songs we're talking about, maybe not so hard. I didn't get any heavy metal songs.
Oh, but you did get this one. Jessica, 1982. You were not alive.
Nope, not even a sperm.
Not even a sperm. I was 0, but you were negatives here this time. So
I think my parents were they got married in 82. So that's cool.
Oh, there you go. That's there. That's why. Yep. That's why you're here at the big in the summer of 82. Did they get married?
That was the fall. But I bet they got hot and heavy in this. I don't want to talk about that. That's gross. Maybe they got engaged to some of this.
They were doing wedding planning at least.
Yes, absolutely. Ugh.
They were excited in the summer of 82 because the fall was going to be awesome. Couldn't wait to get through it. And they had the music videos and movies to entertain them while they waited that we're talking about in this series. Especially this first one this week is I Love Rock and Roll, which is the lead single from Joan Jett's sophomore album of the same name. Her first with the backing band, The Blackhearts. The song is a cover of the 1975 song by the Arrows. Jett originally recorded it with members of the Sex Pistols for her first album, but it wound up a B-side for You Don't Own Me. For this album, when she re-recorded The Blackhearts, it became the #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 7 weeks. It's the only #1 for this band. Between physical sales and digital, it's multi-platinum, having sold almost 4 million copies. The album it's on only sold 1 million, one-time platinum, and it peaked at #2. That album did on the Billboard 200. And this is the first week on the show on the Casey Kasem Top 10 where it wasn't. It had just gotten knocked off the top 10 by Jessica. Do you know what knocked it? You want to take a guess at what song knocks it off the top 10 to start the summer of 82 at 40?
Was it?
This is good trivia because Scott Meadows was like, "What? Okay."
Johnny Cougar.
No, it was knocked off by Vangelis for the Chariots of Fire theme.
Oh wow!
Like what? We were trying to think of like what scores like hit like pop radio like that. Like I like trying to think. I'm like, I know like the Phantom Menace when that came out, the Duel of the Fates was like big on TRL, but like selling like a piece of musical score is like on the radio.
Yeah, it's like was the Star Wars theme like on the radio? Like
like
get excited and so it would actually chart.
Yeah, like it's crazy. So yeah, but it knocked this one off and then drops like a rock. Not to spoil for upcoming episodes about Vangelis, Chariots of Fire. But so yeah, Joan Jett's I Love Rock and Roll. Is this a case? This is a case where we know this version of the song better than the original, right?
Yeah, I don't think I realized it was a cover.
Mm-hmm.
Things I learned on this podcast.
That's right.
Amazing.
Yes. Yeah, and Britney Spears would cover it after, and it would sound like this one. But the song did have another re-release and music video for Wayne's World 2. And we're talking about the original one though, not that one. It's just her and the band on stage and clips from Wayne's World 2 playing. So, but it was a redone, re-release single, like with a new music video, which is directed by Arnold Levine. This music video, he did a lot of Meatloaf videos, like all the Bad Out of Hell stuff, like Paradise by the Dashboard Light, 28038 Bad, videos for Kansas, Aerosmith, Loverboy, Bruce Springsteen, Billy Joel. Just a music video guy.
He's like your go-to, right?
Yeah, it's like, hey, we need a rock video, man. You got it? All right, send me over. So this one, I mean, this one is kind of very music video-y, where it's basically a bar on a lazy afternoon, and Joan Jett shows up, rocks the place out, and it fills, and she leaves. It's over.
But it's black and white, so it's artsy. It's got its vintage vibe. I appreciate that.
Do you know why it's black and white?
I don't. Is it because it's the supposed to be like the cover or the original by chance?
It was converted to black and white after being shot in color because Joan Jett did not like the look of her leather outfit in color.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Like what? How did it look off? Was it like matchy? Yeah. You think like some was like this is more of a pleather look, and this is like a gray leather. It's a little too
right. I don't
because
get
it was a fine outfit.
Like I get it was like nice. A flashy color, but black leather not looking.
I bet the blacks didn't match.
Oh, is that what?
It has to be where it's just like, oh, this is a faded, or you could tell like one's super shiny and one's not.
Mm-hmm. She's like, I love rock and roll, but I do not love the way my outfit looks in this video in color.
That's funny. That is so funny. Well, who cares? In rock and roll, who cares? You know, that's
right?
kind of a part of it.
Right? Yeah. Like
they did it on purpose.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? I think the black and white gives it some sort of like edge.
Mm-hmm.
It feels very early 80s punk rock scene, even though wouldn't consider Joan Jett punk rock, but it definitely has that LA punk rock scene vibe with the coloring of the video, black and white. But yeah, they also sneak in her single from her previous album, Bad Reputation, there at the beginning, which is pretty cool.
I love that song.
Mm-hmm. Do you think of Freaks and Geeks when you hear it?
I think of Shrek.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shrek. Okay.
I'll admit that.
There you go. That's fair. I was thinking Freaks and Geeks with Bad Reputation, like for some because it's I believe that was the opening credits music for it. But yeah, she spiced the place up. So there's like a Joan Jett cam in this, where it's like just like following her around as she's facing it, singing, dancing, all that stuff. And like everybody in the bar singing, dancing, and clapping when that chorus hits. Like they have the clap down.
They're teaching you how to, when you hear the song, this is what you will do for the next, 40 plus years.
Yes. You come see us at the bar or the club or wherever we're playing. This is what we do.
And it still happens.
We're probably going to stop playing our instruments for a second and just give it to you, the crowd, to do it too. Like, because it's really easy to do that, but we're going to get you in there. So there you go.
I like that song. It's a nice female rock anthem. You know what I mean? Female led.
There's a lot of great ones in the early 80s. I mean, all those Runaways wound up having some good solo careers themselves. Whether it be power ballads or just rocking out. Yeah, there's some good stuff in this era. Probably a good heyday for a lot of this stuff. It goes from this like loungy, just like nothing going on in the middle of the afternoon, to like the ultimate like liveliest leather and spikes clad riding with music love in the afternoon bar.
Yep, she ends up singing on top of the bar too.
Yes. Oh,
she's taking over,
which is fucking dangerous, by the way.
I've never done it.
I wouldn't do it.
Have you done it?
I'd be scared. No.
Oh.
But there was one time at the Universal City Walk in Studio City, California, at the Howl at the Moon. We were there for my buddy Dave Follin's birthday party, and it's the dueling piano bar. If you don't, for some reason, for all my 12 and under listeners,
it's where you're going to go as soon as you're 21.
Yeah, it's
a lot of money for one bucket with 30 straws, and yeah.
It can also, on certain nights, if you go to one, it can be a real sad place. Crowd wise, it's a lively place though. Dueling piano bars, and sometimes like this. I don't know if this is a Howl at the Moon everywhere, but at least at the Studio City, Universal City Walk, everybody who works there can get lively at some point, doing whatever. And one of the things they were doing is like the bartenders, they get on the bar, they do some dancing or like clap, get everybody into it in a song. And we were there, and one of them, it was that moment, she's on the bar. She was in like heels or whatnot. The bartender, and she's all da da da, or maybe she was a server. I can't remember. And bars serve drinks to drunks. They're slippery. And they're also meant to be slippery so you can slide things around there.
Yeah.
She was doing some sort of stomp thing, hit her foot, slipped up, and like falls back on like shelves of glass, and that thing went shattering, came down.
Oh my gosh.
Saw the whole thing. Me and my friends, we did run over to like help up and everything, and it was a disaster. Like, I can't remember if she was bleeding or I think she wound up being just kind of spooked.
I'm not hurt. I'm just embarrassed.
It was it was one of those like shelves where they have all like the wine glasses and stuff neatly.
Yeah.
It was almost like it was a stunt set up to have that happen, but this was no accident. It was loud as hell and scary. Like, it was almost like you saw it in slow motion, like you saw the foot hit and
did the piano players at least stop? Or did they keep playing? Like, well, we gotta.
Good question. I don't remember.
Oh, I would think everything would just stop. Like,
yeah, it was.
Oh,
it was insane. It was. Well, it was one of the craziest things you'll ever see.
Good to know.
Talk about that. You just dance on the bar. Yeah. Pluck my mind with that story, but yeah, that was. Oh gosh, that was probably like 15 years ago now. Crazy. But yeah, scared for Joan Jett in this video. Scared.
I'm sure they toweled up the bar a little bit,
Yeah.
Not wearing stilettos, maybe some like Harley boots. Actually, I didn't see her shoes. Were they stilettos?
I don't know.
I feel like it could just be like some boots. Like,
yeah, she'd been shit kickers in there. Yeah. Regardless, there's something instantly iconic about this, with the simplicity of the concept, the sort of unclean black and white look to it, and the song. Like, yeah, this video makes sense for this song. Like, unlike there's a video you and I are going to talk about later this summer, because we're recording this in sessions, that I don't know that the video makes sense for the song, but we'll talk about it later on. But yeah, so this just fits. It's fun. It's nothing deep to this music video. There's another hit she has later in the summer, but this was probably the better video, better song for it to choose, because going through these are all going to be from the Casey Kasem's top 10 videos from it, and I try to pick the most interesting songs, videos, and people to kind of seed through. Her other top hit from the summer was Crimson and Clover, that charted, but this one I think it's a good one to kick off. Put another dime in the jukebox, baby. So
it's a nice rock anthem.
It's a nice rock
Crimson
anthem.
Clover is really pretty though.
It is.
I like
it is.
That one.
Video was kind of straight basic, so I was like, this one actually had some artistic edge to it.
Right.
But she's got a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, I'm happy to talk about Joan Jett here. Like last year, I think I talked Pat Benatar, and I was like, I need to get more of these this in here. And here I am, like over a year later with Joan Jett. But, cool stuff. But, that'll do it for this week on the Brandon Peters Show's Summer of 82 at 40, the first week of such. And Jessica, she'll be back here for another video in a few weeks. So she ain't going anywhere. But
thanks for letting me talk about the 80s with you.
Hey, no problem.
Exciting.
It's so good. But until then, let people know where they can keep up with you.
Over on Twitter at JN Alsman and Instagram at Jessica Alsman. Or if you listen to the Bob and Tom Show, you can find out more there at bobandtom.com.
Awesome. Also, Jessica and I will be appearing at PopCon this summer. Should be a month from when this drops, or shortly.
It's a pop right there.
The PopCon will be doing another live show, so stay peeled to social media for details and such. If you don't hear them on the show, go there, because from here on the summer, the show's been pre-recorded. So if I get back to adding stuff, random things, sure. But yeah, so stay peeled to my social media stuff for details on that, which is on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram at Brandon4KUHD. The show returns Monday with Scott and I discussing the second week of May 1982, which includes Conan the Barbarian. Yes. Until then, stay film positive.
The summer of 82 at 40.
Thank you for listening. The Brandon Peters Show is a Creative Zombie Studios production. Produced by Brad Shoemaker and Brandon Peters. Written and edited by Brandon Peters. Announcer vocals by Jessica Alsman. Theme song by Metavari. Web design and show art by Brad Shoemaker with Brandon Peters. All music and clips featured in the episode are property of their respective studios, and no infringement is intended. The Summer of 82 at 40 and News of the Moment themes by Pres Maxson. Additional information on this and other episodes at thebrandonpetershow.com. For any inquiries, press opportunities, or sponsorship, contact mail at thebrandonpetershow.com. The show is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere podcasts are found.